Open up inner flowers, peace and love in her inner power. Remember the days we saw purple haze, 1 and 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me?
Thank you very much for your presentation. Was there a question? Okay, we'll take 1 or 2 questions and then we must move on.
Okay, I'll try to make this quick. I want to start by just thanking the panel from the bottom of my heart for the honesty and clarity with which they've addressed the racist drug war. It's like it's lifting a weight from my heart. I was 6 when World War II started, a bit precocious. I was aware of things like extermination camps and concentration camps. And I spent a good part of my youth sort of contemplating the question, how could the good Germans allow this? How could they just, in the face of the evidence, after all, Dachau was 18 miles from downtown Munich, how could they allow this to happen? And I finally concluded, in the phrase of the day, it can't happen here. But it is happening here. It's a form of genocide. And I truly believe that's what it is happening, and we're denying it. Our politicians deny it. The media denies it. We're living on as if this thing isn't going on, and we all know it's going on. But my question specifically is to Deborah Small, and your brilliant remarks, and to Cliff Thornton and your equally brilliant remarks. The thing that bothers me is, why is the black leadership? I can understand the black mother and the black grandmother facing crack cocaine and street dealers and all that, wanting law and order as a priority. But how can the Black Caucus and how can the leadership of the black organizations go along with the conspiracy that everything business as usual, it's okay, that 30% of all black males will spend a year or more in prison. It's okay that we're going to block them from getting a higher education, and at the bottom, we're going to funnel them into the criminal justice system. And someone needs to speak out, and I think we need some leadership from that group, and I just wondered what your thoughts were on that. Thank you.
Deborah suggested that we take the second question also, and then they will answer both of them. And again, our apology for not having more time for this. We crowded the agenda a little too much. You want to go ahead with your question?
Throughout the day here, there's one thing that does bother me, and that is I hear in here what I'm hearing from the other side, and that is I'm hearing that marijuana and crack and heroin all lumped in the same group. And I think we have to be very, very careful, because I think it's counterproductive to the legalization of marijuana. I think you scare a lot of people when you start adding in cocaine and crack, because then they're saying, okay, well, we later legalize marijuana, we're just a real short step from the other drugs. And in my opinion, those drugs are dangerous and cause a lot of problems, especially in the inner cities. There's a lot of violence, there's a lot of pain and suffering due to crack and due to heroin, but not due to marijuana. I think we have to be very, very careful not to include the other two with the one. Deborah?
Yeah, just to touch on the first question as to why our black leaders, or a reason why our black leaders aren't up in arms about this. I can just give you a little short story about many black leaders talking to me after they've heard me talk at not their organization, but other organizations. The thing to me that they say most often is that, Cliff, you are right. But if I come out against the drug war like you have, or anywhere near it, I am tied to either state, local, or federal monies. And if I come out against that, those funds are going to dry up. And I understand that very well, but you have to weigh one against the other. It's like a wedge within the black community, as I see it. That's my perspective. The other thing that I'm addressing is the second question. We're not lumping all of these drugs together. They're already lumped together. The only thing that I'm saying is this about marijuana. Marijuana is a linchpin to this whole drug problem. And by legalizing marijuana first, and let's say medicalizing these other drugs, and taking the taxes to help pay for programs, because when you try to put forth a program of legalization, the first thing people are going to ask for is where's the money coming from. The money will come from, or most of the money will come from the